All right, gang, these are the instructions for your final print of your process paper, your annotated bibliography, and your title page. Now, we'll start with your title page for your project. The title page is really, really simple. Here's the ins and outs. The title page for your project has to include the title of your entry, all the participants, your contest division, which is junior, the category, individual exhibit, group performance, and then your word counts. You need your word count for your process paper, and if you're doing a website or a exhibit, you need to have the word count for your website and exhibit. If you're doing a paper, you don't need the process paper word count because you don't have a process paper, but you need your paper word count. There's nothing fancy about these. They're actually rather boring. You can take a look at them. Look over here. I mean, there's nothing really fun about this. Right? You can look at other examples. You'll see it's just title, name, category, division, and so again, if you take a look at these title pages, they're really, really, really not very, super duper cool. Okay? Now, when it comes to your process paper, all right, all process papers look pretty much the same. 12-point font, pretty easy. 1 paragraph, 2 paragraphs, 3 paragraphs, 4 paragraphs. Oh, this one has more. I just want you to have 4 paragraphs. Why'd you choose your topic? How did you do your research? Why did you choose your category? And then the last one, of course, is how does it fit the theme? Show you, oh, that's the one we just saw. You'll notice that this one is written with we and I and all that. You should have those. That should be pretty easy. And of course, you only get 500 words for that. Then we go to our bibliographies. The bibliographies are a little harder to print out. You are going to print them out, even if you have a website, you're going to turn them into a document, because on your website, you're going to load up your website to your, you're going to load up your bibliography as a document to your website. You're not going to cut and paste your bibliography because it looks cruddy. Okay? Your bibliographies do not count as words. Every one of the entries has to have an annotation. If it's anything but an image, it should have a decent annotation, like this one right here. I suggest that you don't start every annotation with this book, this movie, this letter, this memoir. So I have this memoir here, but then I have Harris's book. Try to vary it a little bit. Of course, all of your resources have to be tagged as primary or secondary. And then when you sort them in Noodle Tools, you're going to sort them by primary, secondary. And that will turn it into primary sources and secondary sources. When you eventually print this, you're going to print or export it as a doc, a Word doc, or as a Google Doc. But before you do that, you need to go to formatting options. When you go to formatting options, I want it to be called Annotated Bibliography. Okay, that's what I want you to set as the custom title. Annotated Bibliography. Also, annotation starts on a new line. Yes. Include citations and annotations. Yes. URLs are removed from exported works cited. Yes. Get rid of the URLs. Okay? Then we're going to close this. I'm going to go back and I'm going to export it. In this case, I'm going to export it to Google Docs. It takes a little while. Choose my account. There we go. Annotated bibliography. We got our page number here. That's fine, whatever. Then for your annotated bibliography, here's what I want you to do. Command-All. I want you to go up here and let's single space it. Okay? Let's give a space here. Let's give a space here. After each source, I want a space as well. And then here's your annotation. Same thing here, same thing here, same thing here. Then I prefer that you bold your sources. It just looks a little better to me. It reads a little better. That way I know this is your source, this is your annotation. This is your source, source, annotation. You get the deal, right? And then you're going to print this, and then you're going to staple them all together. You're going to have your title page stapled to your process paper, and then also your annotated bibliography. For the NHD showcase, you can have just a couple copies if you want, 2 copies max. For the NHD competition at UWM, exhibits, you'll need 4 copies of everything. Performances, you'll need 4 copies. Documentaries, you'll need 4 copies. Papers, you will already have sent in your paper, but you're going to bring a copy. Websites, you will already have sent in your website, but it doesn't hurt to have a copy. Okay? So hopefully that answers some questions. I'll also go through this in a large group setting, and that is all about printing our final title page, process paper, and annotated bibliography. Okay.